Hey Tony. Okay, so for this one, this is a great place to put those invisible ones because we're gonna have fractions. We're not like in that last example we did. We did the reciprocal and then we didn't have any more fractions or all whole numbers. But in this case, we're definitely working with some fractions. So I'm going to throw those over one like that. And now I'm going to say, and we can do this a couple of ways. Let me do the long way, and then I'll point out the short way at the end. So the long way is going to be to just multiply straight across to not think about reducing. So 20 over 5. So I'm going 1 times 20 makes 20, and 5 times 1 makes 5. And then I'm subtracting from that 4 times 1 makes 4, and 1 times 6 makes 6. So both of these fractions are reducible, and I could have done that right up here at this step. I'll show it now, but I just wanted to have that written out so you can see it. Also notice in terms of my order of operations, I'm doing my multiplies first, and then I'll do my subtract second, and that's that PEMDAS stuff. Okay, so for the reducing, up here I could go 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 20 4 times. And then you can see this is going to be 1 times 4 over 1 times 1, which would just be 4, which is exactly what we have here. 20 divided by 5 does make 4. And then right here, I could say 2 goes into 4 2 times, and 2 goes into 6 3 times. So essentially what we're doing there with that canceling is if I think of it as that 4/6, I'm basically thinking 2 times 2 and 2 times 3. So that's what I'm going. 2 goes into this twice, 2 goes into this 3 times. And what that lets me do is cross out the 2's. Some people are more comfortable writing it this way. Some people are more comfortable writing it this way. Whichever works best for you is totally good. So right here, anyhow, this is going to be 2 times 1 or 2 thirds. So 4/6 is reducing down to 2 thirds. So you could do it here, or you can write this out, do steps, do it there, get the same thing. And now we got rid of our multiplication, so our last thing we're going to need to do here is this subtraction. And then we are subtracting, there's still fractions, so I'm going to put that invisible one back down there. And then remember, to subtract or add fractions, we have to have a common denominator because we have to add, subtract the same size things. So in this case, we're working with thirds. So I'm going to change this 4 to thirds in terms of thirds, and that would make this down here. 4 times 2 would be 12 thirds. So that's the equivalent of 4 in terms of thirds, minus 2 thirds, and then 12 minus 2, that would leave me 10 thirds. Hopefully that works. Let me know if you still have questions.